Hello and welcome to Success Interviews. These are where I chat to a fellow female business owner and find out why they started their business and how they measure success. And today I'm joined by Kaye King, marketing mentor. Now, I met Kaye a few months ago when she was referred to me for some support with her business. And I love her mission, debunking the myths around marketing. So, Kaye, do you want to tell us a little bit more about your business?
Yeah, thanks, Sarah, and thank you for having me. So I'm a marketing mentor. I work with female coaches, consultants, service professionals who are feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, and often a little bit afraid of this huge machine that we call marketing. I work with them one-to-one and through group programs to help them get past that fear, get past the overwhelm, and create a way of doing marketing that feels right for them, that doesn't feel spammy and sleazy and a bit grubby, but they can feel comfortable consistently promoting their business so they can embrace it and use it to grow their business. Because if we're not marketing our businesses, they're not going to grow. And the people who need our help, more importantly, won't get the help that we can give them because they won't know that we're there.
That's brilliant and so important. And I have so many clients that are really scared of marketing and they feel
Mm,
it has to be done a certain way. And I think this
yeah.
message that you put out there is really, really good around that. So
Mm.
can I ask you, my first question today is why did you start your business?
Well, why did I start my business? This business started 3 years ago. Prior to that, I worked in marketing agencies for about 30 years. I worked with some huge clients. I had some brilliant experiences and I learned a lot. Um, and I left the agency world in 2016 because it was very stressful. There was a lot of pressure, a lot of deadlines, constant, relentless pressure to meet targets. And I set up a consultancy business doing marketing for small firms. And it was okay, but I didn't really enjoy it. It didn't inspire me. It wasn't exciting. And I was working mainly by myself with these clients. I didn't have that amazing, talented team around me that I was used to, and I didn't have the budgets that I was used to working with. Um, but I was doing quite a lot of networking and I kept meeting people who were solo business owners and working really, really hard to promote their businesses. And I could see that weren't they weren't getting the progress they wanted. They weren't getting the inquiries and the clients they wanted to work with. Um, but actually what they were doing with a few simple changes and a little bit of support and training would make a huge difference to them and would make life feel easier. So and one of the things I loved about my old life was training and developing my team. So when someone came in and they came from uni and they got promoted and then went off to an amazing new job somewhere else, I loved that. I had that real proud mum moment. And I missed that. I missed the training and development side of my old life. But I knew that I didn't want to employ people. I didn't want to run a business that was, building my own team. Um, and so I thought, how can I combine that 30 years marketing experience with those big clients um, to support these people and bring in my love of training and development? So that's when the marketing mentor business was born, really. So, and I love it. I just love it. So seeing those light bulb moments and seeing people get more confident and embracing marketing and doing it, learning to recognizing that they can do it in a way that works for them. Not like you say, in a way that everyone else says they should be doing it. Because for me, marketing is just a conversation. That's it. That's all it is at the end of the day. It's nothing to be scared of. And we get to choose how, when, and where, and how often we have those conversations. So, with the right support, you can do that.
I absolutely love that and your passion because through all the conversations that we've had over the
Yeah.
last few months, I can see how passionate you are about helping businesses. And,
Mm.
as you say, it is marketing, it's just a conversation. And it seems so scary when people talk about marketing and funnels and copywriting
Oh,
messages
yeah.
and you have to this, you have to do that. But actually, it's just building a relationship with somebody, getting to know them.
Yes.
And through that, they will then come and buy from you.
Exactly. It's actually just about helping the people who need help. It's about helping them find the right solution for them and, guiding them towards that decision. And that sometimes and often that decision won't be to work with you. The right decision for them will be to work with someone else, or it might be to work with you, but not yet. Um, and it's our job to help our audience get the best option for them. So if they don't buy from us and we can recommend that they work with someone else, that for me is just as positive an outcome as if somebody signs up to work with me. So
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I think that brings us nicely onto my next question for you, which is
yes.
how do you measure success?
How do I measure success? For me, success is about first and foremost, feeling comfortable that what you are doing, the business that you are running, is right for you. It's in line with your values. It brings you joy. It brings you excitement, and when you get up in the morning and you see that you've got certain clients in your diary, and you go, brilliant, can't wait to work with those people. Um, I'm like you. I hate the whole six-figure thing, and actually that has caused a lot of people I've met to invest ridiculous amounts, well, not invest, waste ridiculous amounts of money signing up for programs that promise the world and don't deliver because they're not right for them. And then those people end up feeling like they've failed, and they haven't. They've just gone down a route that isn't right for them because of some very, very clever and manipulative marketing techniques. So for me, success is being able to live the lifestyle, the life that you want, um, and to develop a business, to design a business that helps you do that. So with all my clients, we start with, what is it you want from life and business? And let's help you design a business to get there and create marketing content and programs that will help you create that business to support that lifestyle.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And that's what I've done with my businesses, made
Yeah.
it fit the lifestyle that I want. And you've done the same. And I know other guests I've had on these interviews have done that as well. And
Mm,
at the end of the day, if we're not happy in our life and our business doesn't bring us joy and we don't get up in the morning, like you said, and look at our diary and go, this is going to be an amazing day, then what is the point? Because for all the money in the world, if you're not
mm.
happy,
Yeah.
then I just think there is no point.
Yeah, exactly. There isn't. And, I was earning a very good salary in the agency world, but my goodness, I missed out on a lot of my life. And I was very stressed and quite unwell looking back, but now I'm not.
Yeah.
So,
No, brilliant.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. So my last question for you today is what one tip would you give to your younger self?
This is a great question, and I loved it. And it's actually, I have two daughters who are 27 and 29 now, and I give them the same advice. And it is that whatever it is you're doing now doesn't have to be what you do forever. I think very often we think that, particularly when I left uni and started my career in the 80s, you you were going into a career and that's where you stayed. And I definitely stayed in jobs longer than I should have done, or longer than was good for me, because I felt like I had to build my career. I had to, I couldn't change jobs after a year because that would look really terrible on a CV. And that looking back was really not a good thing to do. Having said that, I don't think, the time was right for me to do what I'm doing now when I started doing it. So if I tried to do it sooner, it might not have worked. I wouldn't have had the vision, I don't think, that I have now, because I wouldn't have had the experience to help me see it. So yeah, everything leads to something else, and we never know where it's going to lead, do we?
No, no, we don't. And I don't think we should ever regret things we've done, because all of those
No.
things that have happened in the past have led us to where we are right now.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, that thing of, it used to be the case. And even, when I did my degree in the late 90s, it was a case of, yeah, you get your degree, you get a job for life. But I
Yeah.
think certainly the last probably 10 years now, it's started
Mm.
to change, and people don't
Yeah.
always have a career for life, and they are feeling that they can be more flexible and more
Yeah.
fluid in what they do. And I
Yeah.
think that's important,
Mm.
because if we're not happy in what we're doing, it doesn't work for us. We need to be able to change that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And they, a lot of my daughter's friends and one of my daughters herself, they're doing other stuff alongside their jobs as well that are helping them, get creative inspiration, or they're getting, some other fulfillment alongside their work, and sometimes earning a little bit of money from it as well. So I think you're right. The next generation, my daughter's generation, they're not prepared to put up with the crap either at
No.
work. If they're being dumped on, if they're working ridiculous hours, they're more inclined to stand up for it and say that's not right, or change jobs because of it. So yeah, which is
Yeah.
good. Much braver and stronger than I was at 27. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's another great tip there, isn't it? If you're not happy, stand up for yourself, say you're not happy,
Yeah.
and go and make that change for yourself.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Life is way too short to be doing something we don't enjoy. And if you're in an employed role, you spend a long time at work. So,
Yeah,
and it's the same in business. If something isn't working, if it doesn't feel right, then change it. It's your business, your rules. So you get
yeah.
to you get to. That's the beauty of it, isn't it? You get to run it how you choose to run it. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Kay. There's been some absolute gems in our conversation today, and I really hope that people get some really good inspiration from this, and some things to take away into their businesses, and if they're in employed roles, to help them
Yeah.
think about how to change things for them. So thank you again for joining me today. Please do go and check out my other success interviews. There'll be some information on how you can connect with Kay below this video. And bye for now.
Awesome. Brilliant. Thank you, Sarah. Thanks for having me. Speak to you soon.